week in our series on prayer. And each week we've had somebody come up and share what prayer means to them. I think it was in November, wasn't it, when I asked you? The Lord just, I saw Zach one morning, and it was just kind of, God tapped me on the shoulder and says, ask Zach. And he's got a marvelous story. He just got back from Houston and some therapy that they've been working on to get him to walk stronger and better. And he's doing a great job. And so I'll turn it over to Zach.
I have cerebral palsy. I was born with it. Affects mostly my legs. We found out when I was almost 3 years old. I grew up with it. It's hard. He's up to 9 times more energy per day to do the same things most other kids do. When I was younger and smaller, I was able to walk pretty good by myself. I wobbled around, but I managed other than that. I was a lot like other kids. I have fun, I have friends, I have family. I felt blessed. Played baseball for 3 years, basketball for 4 years, and even some golf. I felt blessed that I could participate. Mom and Dad told me that I was blessed that there were many others that weren't as fortunate as me. I think they're right because most of the time I felt blessed. They got older, taller, and bigger. My legs got tighter, they hurt a lot. In fact, by 2012, I developed stress fractures in my bones above and below my knees on both legs. We were trying lots of things to help me feel better. Wasn't helping me much. I'd miss a lot of school. When I was there, I ended up using a wheelchair to get around. I wasn't feeling too good. Mom and Dad and I were praying for help. I needed help because praying became a very important part of our life. I was still blessed for everything I had, but there were a lot of days I wasn't so sure that was true. We met with a doctor in the fall of 2012 who mentioned a procedure called selective dorsal rhizotomy to us. It scared Mom to death. We were looking into some other procedure when he mentioned it. We were praying about what to do with me. At the time, I was becoming better about praying from Joe Rudy in the confirmation class I was in. I also felt like everyone in that class was praying for me too. They were so supportive. On fall break 2012, we went to St. Louis. God gave us a message one night. Dad typed selective dorsal rhizotomy into his Facebook search. It opened up to St. Louis Children's Hospital's Cerebral Palsy Center. We finally found out what we were looking for. Mom and Dad called it a God moment. I called it the beginning of a new part of my life. March 1st, 2013, I underwent a 4.5-hour surgery. Pastor Doug sent Pastor Friend to the hospital to pray with Mom and Dad. A neighbor of ours had some friends from St. Louis come to pray and visit with them. My godparents, my sister and her boyfriend came to pray and support us. I even had a visit from my science teacher. People were praying all over Facebook for me. People at the church prayed for me. Prayer gave Dr. Park the sure hands to do a good job, and the rest of his staff the direction to take care of me. I felt blessed so many people cared enough to pray for me. Since my surgery, it's been up and down for me. I was doing great till last March, and then hurt my back. I was really hurting for several months, but prayer was there for me again. At my confirmation in June, Pastor Doug looked me right in the eye and said, "Zach, God has a plan for you." I use those words often when I feel weak as a prayer for pushing me forward. God has a plan for me, just for me. I'm much better now. I just got back from 2 weeks of intense therapy in Houston. It was hard work, very hard work. We got that opportunity from a St. Louis Children's Hospital Facebook friend who prayed for us to get that spot. Came to us. I'm so blessed. Thanks you God for answering so many prayers for me and continuing to bless me and my family.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Aren't you glad you came tonight? Absolutely. Great story.